Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to talk about decentralized science, the most innovative, the most useful, the most impactful sector within all of crypto and Web3. Arguably, some might even say the most impactful sector in the entire world. Now, that might be me. That might not be me. But all we do know right now is that I am strapped with my kombucha and I am ready to talk about what is going on in the DeSci landscape. Ultimately, we need to get back to the absolute basics of what got us that initial floor price or that grounding area within the DeSci landscape, that foundation that allowed us to propel to where we're at right now, and that is to build, baby, build. You just need to continue to press everything forward as much as humanly possible. And so today we're going to go through that and talk about all of that information. Good morning, MK. What's going on, Stare? How's it going, Zach? Sorry. My brain just was already trying to read the kombucha comment. MK, you are spot on. I got my kombucha ready to go. What's good, Haver? Welcome in. Jordy, Steven, C90's here. It's a double uppy decky in the Zin train on today's show for sure. Absolutely not. We are anti-Zins here. We do not do Zins. We do zones. Yeah. Except I don't have one in right now because we ran out before the live stream. So,
A subtle ask for me to go to the store.
No, it's okay. I'll come with you later. First up, let's go through the top gainers in the market right now. Currently speaking, Red R3D is up the most at a $57,000 market cap. This is the one that had rugged. For some reason, it is coming back to life here today, up 152%. Now, it was up even more just a couple hours ago, but something might be brewing here. I don't know. Maybe they're going to CTO this thing. Do something, because that is a big spike for no real reason. Oncology Network up 95%, Not Defi Hellman up 33%, VAIX up 23%, WellShares up 22%. We have some exciting moves in the market. ValleyDAO continuing to do that chop, 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 chop. Even Yes No Error is currently up 10%. So a little bit of life breathing into the DeSci market right now. On the way down, we have Deepworm, Senku, DeSci Sui Agents, Research Coin, Geno, Neos, Data Lake, Metformin. Pretty familiar with all the names. But a lot of projects leading up and down for a grand total of negative 3.9% on the day. That is quite all right. We're still chilling at that $835 million market cap, which is a far cry from where we were. Good morning, guys. Over on X, good morning, Beagle, and a name who I can't pronounce. We can talk about the Pump Science launches, absolutely. Some pretty interesting activities going on over in the Pump Science world and the landscape there. We got 2 tokens launched yesterday. Both of them did the stereotypical pop, drop, and lock it, but what can you expect when we have such a traumatic market right now? Everyone is so dramatic and quite traumatic, to be completely honest. But we can talk about that. We can talk about anything. We can talk about absolutely everything. That's okay. All right. Now, let's take a look at the current state of the overall market. So, currently speaking, we have Solana trying to find a bottom here at the previous trend line, which we broke out of during that huge structure, right? So this would be the third retest showing that this trend line is a support line. The only problem is that this trend line is monetarily decreasing as time goes on. It is pretty intriguing to see the formation here on Solana because it is still in this pretty strong uptrend. If you look at it on a little bit of a larger time frame, it is absolutely trucking along, going higher and higher, higher lows, higher highs. However, some might argue that Solana really has not gone anywhere since March of 2024, meaning nearly a year ago, you could have gotten Solana for the exact same price that you can right now, which is a lot to do with Pump Fund. As soon as Pump Fund launched and started gaining traction, Solana's ecosystem just started slowly dying out because Pump Funds, the founders, really just been dumping Solana every single day for the last year. They take the fees from people launching tokens and they convert it to Solana, and then they convert it to cash. So it's just a massive selling pressure, like a liquidity siphon. Even the people who are rug pulling all of these coins, like, you think the president of Argentina left the money in Sol, or do you think he put it to stable coins and got out? Every single time we have one of these meme coin rugs happen where they drain a bunch of liquidity, it leaves the ecosystem. Thus, Solana's really just been stagnating for quite some time now. Is this setting up for an explosive move to the upside? It is very potentially doing that. It is potentially doing that because I saw a stat yesterday, I think. I might have saved it, but I need to open it up in a different window so you guys can't see exactly what's going on. I saw a stat yesterday showing how Solana had more short pressure on it than it has had in a very, very long time. Let's see if I can pull it up. I bookmarked a lot of things the other day. Nope. I don't think I saved it. Oh well. Yeah, that's fine. So, nonetheless, Solana's up 1.7% today. Ethereum is up 1.6%, which is pretty powerful, pretty exciting. It's not really doing anything, but nothing in crypto's really happened for the last week and a half, 2 weeks almost. So Ethereum looking as if it's still trying to build out this support so that it can trend higher. Eventually this will break and we'll get some exciting price action to talk about, but for now it's just trending sideways. Same with Bitcoin, up 0.75% on the day. We are entering into, let's see, how many days is this? We are in the 18th or the 17th day in which Bitcoin has quite literally not changed price at all. It has hit $96,300 every single day for the last 18 days, which is pretty insane. 1 day per viewer of the live stream. So that is worth hitting the like button on. That's for damn sure. We go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto markets. Woo! It was on like autopilot when I was doing that, so you scared me a little bit.
Sorry.
It's okay. Pretty insane to see this price action. The same time, we do have a Bitcoin dominance chopping around the same price range. It's been also for several days. Yesterday was a very green day for Bitcoin dominance, which was a little bit annoying to see because we had just finally gotten a daily close below the moving average, and then all of a sudden it just skyrocketed back up. So this is a pretty bullish looking chart, to be completely honest. Bitcoin dominance might continue to trudge higher until we stop getting scammed. As soon as we stop just throwing our money at scammers, Bitcoin dominance will stop going up so much. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about with you guys is others. Others, but it was others divided by BTC was the chart I wanted to bring up. I don't know that I'll be able to get this though. Oh well. We'll just go straight to other. Okay. Others, total market cap. So everything minus the top 10 coins. So this is going to be representative of basically our bags. Basically our bags are going to be represented here in the others chart. And you can see pretty clearly that it looks identical to Ethereum. So once Ethereum starts moving up, I think a lot of the others will also start to move up. But right now, it does not look like it's done finding this support. It looks like it came down pretty aggressively during this last period in which Trump coin and everything is launched and all the scams and fraud that have been hitting the market. And so others are just getting drained from liquidity since early December. Really, if you look at it, since 2 days after we launched Bill, others have just been going straight down. So altcoins have kind of been in a bear market since the beginning of December. Eventually, this will flip around to the other side. I was hoping this capitulation event would be it, but we might go through a period like this where we just chop sideways for an extended period of time. You grab the bar pattern here and look at something along the lines of this. If you line up that capitulation moment, this could be the move that we get before breaking out to all-time highs for others. Remember, others is a very important metric to pay attention to. If we line it up perfectly, you'll see it would call for a little bit of a jump right now to get rejected, back down to retest, and then continue onwards. That puts the bull run, this little spike in others, not until May, the beginning of May. So that's still a long time of just pain if it was to replay exactly how it replayed late last year. But we all know that crypto market cycles go pretty parabolic, usually around this time. So who knows? Honestly, who knows what's going to happen? We're all just here playing the game, trying to get as much allocation into all of these projects that we believe will be here for the long term as quickly as humanly possible, because nobody knows exactly when that spike and that breakout's going to occur. But most people, most market participants can agree on one thing, and that is the breakout will occur. It just matters that you're accumulating projects that are doing what, guys? What does it matter? What matters right now? When price does not look great, what is the only thing that you need to pay attention to? You look at projects that have been continuing to build. Build, baby, build. The more they can actually build and increase the fundamental value behind the token, increase the fundamental value proposition behind the project, the better off they are. The more likely it is that they will be in that basket of tokens that does rally when that day comes. And truthfully, you should be taking it as a blessing, because the longer prices can remain depressed, the longer prices stay down at these levels, the more you can accumulate. Thus, when they do pop off, you actually do get more outsized returns. It just matters that you're in things that will come back to life. If you're sitting here in a portfolio that is 30, 40, 50% meme coins, you're likely not going to see that portfolio come back to life. However, if you're sitting in a portfolio that is primarily made up of, let's just say, for example, decentralized science projects, just theoretically speaking, no particular reason why that might be the case, but if you're building out a portfolio of projects that are similar to Research Hub, and you see that, hey, Research Hub is down nearly 70% from the peak here. Let's grab that. Research Coin is down exactly 70% from the peak. And you sit here and you realize the opportunity at hand to build out stronger and stronger positions in literally Brian Armstrong's project. I think it's a pretty easy slam dunk. It's sitting at $50 million market cap. This thing is not going to be at $50 million market cap in 6 months. That's just for sure. I can guarantee it won't be at $50 million market cap. Will it be at 49? I don't know. Will it be at 500 million? I think it's probably going to be upwards of $1 billion, and I'm talking circulating market cap. So that's an easy 20x from here, this year. And it moves quick. Moves very quick. We go over that all the time, but you want to look at projects that are continuing to just fundamentally push the boundaries as much as possible. And so today I have a couple different tabs here opened up that I want to talk to you guys about. First one up is, of course, the Pump Science tokens that launched yesterday. Was that Bill, baby, build? Yes. Let's go, C90. Bill, baby, Bill. Can't wait for 2030 and Dynex will be over $1. Landon, why you bring that FUD in here with us, huh? Why you bring that FUD in here? You forgot a whole set of zeros. Can't wait for 2030 when Dynex is over $1,000. That's what you meant to say, right? First burn amount. So ART yesterday launched. There were 2 DeSci projects that launched yesterday that everyone was likely paying attention to. And both of these were on Pump.Science. First one up is ART, which currently is up 500% on the day. That includes the launch prices of yesterday. But you can come here and see a pretty I mean, let's just look at that for a second. This is the exact same pattern we see with all launches in DeSci. We got the pop, we got the drop, and we got the lock. And that is exactly what happened. We got the initial snipers, the pop, it dropped down. Everything looked like hope and lack of hope and pure utter despair. But if you can actually believe it, if you believe in some of these projects, then you realize the buying opportunities that were gifted out to people. A $1.4 million market cap is currently up from the lows to the current price. It's up 500% from the lows, or 450%. So that is pretty astonishing. Anyone who was able to hold out and not FOMO straight into the pump here was actually able to buy this thing at a pretty low price and then see it starting to gain traction. You see how quickly that uptrend is starting to form? It looks pretty beautiful, and they did, in fact, just announce that they are burning 18% of the total supply. A little bit confusing why they're already burning supply, but they just want that price to go up. So be it. The other project that launched was EGS. Now, EGS has a little bit of more of a tragic story than art. If we come into the minute, you will see that the same type of pattern is playing out here. However, apparently, EGS got absolutely sniped in the very beginning launch phase. This wallet here sold $142,000 worth of the token, and they were able to snipe it on the bonding curve. Now, the team has come out and put blame on someone else, and so I don't know. I haven't looked at the actual on-chain forensics to see who's to blame here, but regardless, a sniper or somebody made out with over 6 figures on this project. And it absolutely plummeted to the ground, and it's currently sitting at a $551,000 market cap, up 320% from the actual bottom. So again, same type of thing. Anyone who was able to withstand and chill for a little bit was able to make out like a bandit. You could buy in at disgustingly low valuations and then ride the wave up. Did you hit the like button? I did. Did you? The oh mamma mia pattern. Take a look at NSAI. I will do this for you, but only because I finished my sentence. NodeSphere. $1 million market cap, launched the day after my birthday, at least on CoinGecko. It is on Radium and Meteora. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, chart looks pretty healthy, not gonna lie. Got a nice little stealth launch, and it is building out support pretty beautifully. It's sitting at a $1 million market cap. The chart looks good. Let's go take a look at what they are. Powerful AI agents made simple. I do like a good AI agent. Is the team blaming TJ and Justin Williams? I should mark that comment as sarcasm. That's funny. Effortless AI agent creation. No code, no servers, just innovation. I do like a good rhyme. Mobile app in development. They have the Twitter live, Slack is live, Microsoft Teams in development, and then the mobile app is in development. NSAI agents expand beyond Twitter, now live on Slack HQ. That's pretty bullish. Not gonna lie. Seems like you brought us a good little play here. Davis with the W. Really good engagement. Obviously some of it's botted. 1,600 holders. I am going to add this one to the main watch list. I am curious how that goes. GM, too much at once. GM. Can't compete with Quantum Bill. Nobody can compete with Quantum Bill. Nobody in the world will be able to compete with Quantum Bill. And that is a goddamn fact. Goddamn fact. We are building like no other. Why do you think you guys haven't seen my face so much? I've been absolutely in the trenches of my computer trying to get this built out to be the most powerful thing possible. Call after call, meeting after meeting, classroom after classroom. It has been so much fun. But basically, EGS gave us a launch update. So, EGS, the one who had $142,000 taken from the liquidity pool by a sniper, by someone selling, they said, number one, as previously mentioned, we committed to buying out the full support in the bonding curve and distributing EGS to pre-sale participants. Congrats to everyone who joined. And at launch, our team provided 105 souls sniping EGS via Pump Science Launchpad. These tokens were controlled by the Pump Science devs and sent to the EGS dev wallet. However, an external sniper acquired tokens and pushed the market cap to $8 million. Way beyond our expectations. This led to heavy sell pressure on users who bought afterwards. This wallet is associated with Wintermute. Dun-dun-dun. Supposedly, Wintermute, somebody from Wintermute sniped the sale. Now, I know absolutely nothing about Wintermute, so you guys are probably going to be the people who can fill me in on this one. But is this common? Who the F is this? Can we believe them? Simple in AI just means normal. Yeah, true. It's mega bullish, Davis says. I do like a good mega bull. A good mega bullish is perfect. I need a haircut so bad. Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the other projects that I really want to express to you guys. So, I do see a lot of value in the Pump Science projects. I think that they are going to perform very well, and I think that these market caps are a little bit lower than where they'll be in a few months from now, especially if we get any kind of uptick in the market. I also am very firmly under the belief that the Bio IPT tokens will be one of the biggest beneficiaries of the next DeSci pump that happens. Most of these tokens, Overia for example, is $88,000 market cap. This is going to be skyrocketing well above $20 million market cap, in my honest opinion. We go look at Biard sitting at a $464,000 market cap. That will not stay at that same price. I do think that one will also be going to $20 to $50 million market caps. We go look at a lot of the projects out here. The reason being is because they are continuing to... What do you think they're continuing to do? They're continuing to build. You go look at Hempy. You can't even pull Hempy up on Dex Screener anymore because it's such a small market cap. That project is not going to stay there forever. That project is going to absolutely skyrocket. It's just a matter of time and when the attention can rotate in. I want to see who just absolutely loaded up on this project because the price just started skyrocketing. This is all 47 minutes ago. Is this just a couple $1,000s in buy volume push this thing up that much? I think it is. I think just a few $1,000s buying volume just pushed EGS up quite substantially. Now, again, it comes back down to who's building. Who is building? The IP tokens inherently, you don't have to worry about it. Those inherently are building because those are actually having research conducted off-chain in the real world, right? All of those things we know are progressing forward every single day. It makes it a lot easier to put and hold and just wait because it's ownership behind the intellectual property behind future drug companies, future drugs, future biotech companies. It's pretty easy to hold those things, understand that what you're holding is a longer term cook, and then just be patient. So a post from Hempy here. What's happening? We're gearing up with next level DeSci content. Science-backed hemp drip is on the way. The war against fast fashion is in full swing. Community raids, convos, and chaos incoming. Where to join the movement? They have the X, the Telegram, and the Discord. So this is the account behind the Hempy token. They have the contract address right here. Let me go ahead and grab that, and so I can pull it up on the charts. Look at that. Can't even pull it up on the charts. I don't know, but I know a guy who's close to Wintermute, and a lot of people think Wintermute are market makers, but I'm not sure about that. Interesting. Something just seems a little bit fishy, but that's okay. Market cap, 377,000. It is still bleeding a bit. This has not yet found the bottom, unlike Ovaria and Biard. Both of those definitely feel like they found a bottom. Hempy doesn't necessarily feel like it found a bottom yet. However, this valuation seems laughable. It seems too low to just sit on the sidelines for, at least for me personally. Next up in the list of projects and crypto-based companies that are continuing to build, we have Dynex with the official announcement of the Crypto Task Force summary of the AMA in the Discord. Now, Dynex, we talked about it the other day. They had a bit of a vulnerability on their blockchain when it came to miners being able to extract value from the chain. Hence why the token has continued to fall despite the fundamentals improving, which has given us a golden goose opportunity, in my opinion at least, to get into the positions in Dynex and experience those outsized returns. Because the company itself has maintained strength and continued to build. It's just that the blockchain side was exploited for a little bit. Those exploiters are gone, and they're focusing aggressively on getting that blockchain side, aka the token, to more accurately represent the value proposition with the company. So this is a golden goose opportunity. Like I said, Dynex, you guys know where I stand on this. I would read this Crypto Task Force if you want an overview of what happened in the call yesterday on the Discord, or Monday in the Discord. It was a really good introduction to the task force. There are 23 members who are focused extensively, or exclusively rather, on getting that price to go up. Dynex is my choice on the quantum revolution that is currently underway. And just to give you guys a little bit of confirmation bias as to how I know that the quantum revolution is on its way, every single major tech company, every single compute company, I should say, not every tech company, but every single compute company is funneling billions of dollars into research and development around quantum computing, because they see it as the most obvious next generation, next era of compute. Now, while most expectations by the people who are not keeping up with the industry is that quantum computing is something that will be here in 15 years, the people who actually are on the ground constructing everything and building out everything have a very, very, very different timeline. The people who are building stuff like this, Microsoft, saying that they just made major leaps that will bring what is expected to take decades into existence in just a couple years. And we already know that Dynex is already doing a lot of the things that are being claimed are going to come out in the next couple years. It's already here. It's just that nobody really knows about it yet. Bullish on revenue generating projects, aka CoinRock. Bullish on CoinRock projects for sure. Microsoft today introduced Majorana 1, the world's first quantum chip powered by a new topological core architecture that it expects will realize quantum computers capable of solving meaningful industrial scale problems in years, not decades. So they are condensing that timeline pretty dramatically. This article came out today. This announcement came out today. So everyone is out there talking about quantum computing once again. It leverages the world's first topoconductor, a breakthrough type of material which can observe and control Majorana particles to produce more reliable and scalable qubits, which are the building blocks for quantum computers. So, I need to read and digest this a little bit more. All of this information, the why the opportunity is here is because it's so difficult to actually wrap your head around what's going on. But from my understanding, right now, Microsoft made a new phase of Matter and is implementing it into quantum computing to be able to control for the variables in an entangled system easier, so they can scale quicker. So this new architecture used to develop the Mahorna 1 processor offers a clear path to fit 1 million qubits on a single chip that can fit in a palm of one's hand. Microsoft said this is a needed threshold for quantum computers to deliver transformative real-world solutions, such as breaking down microplastics into harmless byproducts or inventing self-healing materials for construction, manufacturing of healthcare. All the world's current computers operating together can't do what a 1 million qubit computer will be able to do. They can't even do what a 1,000 qubit quantum computer can do right now. And so this is also part of what Microsoft is saying is the threshold, and what the goal is to get to a 1 million qubit chip is the same at what Dynex is working on. It's the same goal. And so this is a massive advancement forward in the world for quantum computing. It's going to happen a lot quicker than anyone realizes. It's going to happen a lot quicker than anyone realizes, especially when you look at what AI went through. AI had been around for like 30 something years before it actually took off a little. And that might even be an underrepresentation of how long artificial intelligence had been around for. AI was there for decades before it actually took off. Quantum computing started like 30 years ago. The race for quantum computing started like 30 years ago. And we are finally at the introduction to the dot-com bubble when it comes to quantum computing compared to the internet. When you compare quantum computing to AI, we're finally at the dawn of the next revolution and stuff. So I would expect in the next 1 to 2 years for the ChatGPT moment to happen for quantum computing. So in 2020, maybe this year we see it, but I doubt it. In 2026 or 2027, I think we see that ChatGPT style moment for quantum computing, which absolutely sends everything beyond anyone's reasonable expectations. It honestly, quantum computing mixed with artificial intelligence might actually save the global economy from one of the worst recessions we are about to face, because it's going to just cause massive amounts of deflation. It's going to absolutely bring the price to be productive and accelerate technologically is going to fall quicker than anyone's ever experienced or expected, period. Productivity will go through the absolute roof. It literally, like they're saying, I don't know, man, it just gives you answers. Like, how does this all work? What is going on? And they're like, it just gives you the answer. That's it. It just solves the problem for you. That's it. It's literally just feels like magic. We're getting the industry's first reliable quantum computers, and Dynex is outperforming all of them on all benchmarks, because it is only possible to do that through distributed compute networks. A lot of these companies are trying to just build individual chips to scale quantum computers, assuming it's going to operate on the similar structure as regular computers right now, where everyone just has one. It's not going to be like that. It's likely not going to be like that ever, but surely won't be like that in the first iterations of quantum computing. It's going to be more of a cloud type infrastructure that you just tap into and request for jobs to be done. And Dynex is leading that thanks to crypto, thanks to Web3, thanks to the blockchain side of things. They actually have the ability to scale like that. I wish I waited on buying Dynex now for 1.7, can get the 21k Dynex tokens easily. I know, but that's the beauty of DCA. The beauty of DCA. You try and get your average price down as far as it can go. This chart looks horrendous, but it's because of that exploit, because of that hack. It wasn't really a hack, but it was like, we talked about it. We talked about it yesterday. The exploit in the mining rewards. Like, I started buying Dynex right around here at 40 cents. And then I bought some and I built out a little bit of a position, and then I didn't really buy anything until we started falling off this cliff. I don't know exactly where my average cost is, but I would imagine my average cost is somewhere just under 20 cents. I low-key want to get my average cost down to like 15 or 13 cents. That would be the most ideal scenario for me. If I could get my average cost. Dynex, I probably won't, like if I were to draw a line as to when I'd stop buying, probably won't stop buying while Dynex is under a quarter. As long as Dynex is under a quarter, I think that it's easy, free money. As long as Dynex is under $1, I think it's disgustingly disrespected. Not until price discovery has reinduced for Dynex will I start to feel as if the market is kind of wrapping their head around what's going on here a little bit. And that is a solid, what is that, like a 12x from here. I think probably even more than that, to be honest. Yeah, a 16x on Dynex before I will stop saying it's one of the most, if not the most undervalued project out there. They need to show fact. No can show Dynex proofs. You got to go looking on your own time, Hal. They have lots of proof. They have lots of patents out there. They've shown industrial clients coming on. They've shown large-scale corporations using their technology. They have a lot of testimonials from different people that have used it. We have a private demo of Yeti showing us Dynex in real time, actually using it. And then I've gotten a lot of private demos as well. They have a lot of proof out there. And one of the main, but I know it's like difficult to understand what the proof even is, but one of the main goals of the Crypto Task Force is to provide that transparency, and they're reworking the user interface for the Block Explorer to actually be able to show and to showcase the actual jobs that are being done and to showcase the actual network usage that's being done rather than just a few random numbers and like announcements or partnerships. You know what I mean? So keep an eye on it, because things are updating pretty quickly to give some of that transparency more readily available. And yeah, find me a single chart in crypto that doesn't look bad right now, and I'll buy it. Find me a single chart in crypto that doesn't look pretty bad, and I'll buy it. And I'm talking about smaller altcoins, right? But fundamentally looking at it, this thing is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Next up, for projects that are continuing to build, we have Genome. Genome will soon be launching as one of the subnets to BitTensor. They also have just announced that they will be doing a 50% APY for genomic sequencing kits. I think that this is the company coming in and voting for 50% right at the last minute, because I'm pretty sure 75% was winning. And all of a sudden 50% ended up winning. So Genome's single staking APY for free genomic sequencing kits will be 50%. USDC chart looks good. God damn it, Zach. I'm not buying stable coins right now. I am selling my stable coins. My back. Here we have the dawn of personalized genomic AI agents. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. We actually just saw one of the most prolific use cases for artificial intelligence that we've ever seen right here. AI can now write genomes from scratch. Arc Institute and NVIDIA just published EVO2, the largest AI model for biology trained on 9.3 trillion DNA base pairs, spanning the entire tree of life. It doesn't just analyze genomes, it creates them. So we officially have artificial intelligence creating genetic sequences. AI in biotech is the most prolific use case without a doubt in my mind. It's actually insane to think that artificial intelligence is at the stage now that it can create genetic sequences, guys. Not just drug discovery or protein folding analysis, but actually creating genomes, DNA. That's nuts. That is really, really nuts. And I think that's only going to accelerate when we can get these applications on quantum computers. It's only going to accelerate quite rapidly, actually. So Genome, for sure, something to be paying close attention to, especially as these types of announcements continue to come out and things are advanced. I'm curious what the chart looks like right now. It looked pretty good last time I was looking at it. Like, it looked like a solid buy. This is the 1 minute. We go to the 1 hour. So it looks like it's starting to find that bottom. Yeah, it does. It looks really good. We had that crazy spike up to 6 cents, and now it's down to 1.2 cents. So this looks like it's finding that support and building out a strong foundation. We will see. I say that all the time, but I think this one's a silly price point. $12 million market cap is a little disrespectful. When, oh when, will the markets return? That is the $10 million question. Up next, we have Molecule. Molecule stating a research paper or a little document that was reported from Nature. Nature being one of, if not the number one publication resource for academia, peer-reviewed research. They said, are PhD students being paid less than minimum wage? A recent article in Nature documents the dramatic brain drain academia is experiencing. We've broken it down for you. PhD enrollments are dropping globally, with notable reductions in countries like the US, Japan, the UK, and Australia. In Australia, for instance, domestic PhD enrollment dropped by 8% from 2018 to 2023, while the population grew by over 7%. That makes a lot of sense for Australia, though, because Australia had a complete war on science during the pandemic. Whenever all that Rona stuff was going on with the mask mandates and the vaccine mandates, Australia decided to forego the scientific process in order to put everyone in, camps to keep everyone isolated. So I'm not surprised that people are no longer getting PhDs from Australia. This is not the engine of progress we need. The primary reason behind this decline in many countries, PhD stipendness falls below minimum wage. PhD stipends, why do they got to use words like that? This is why DeSci is not flourishing, is because they use words I can't pronounce. Falls below minimum wage, making it possible to cover basic living costs. So yeah, not only are people turned away from academia and research right now because of everything that happened with COVID, but it's also because they're not making enough money to actually even just live. In addition to financial challenges, recent global budget cuts have worsened the situation. We just saw the United States cut back a lot of budget spending on research development and healthcare. As a not so surprising result, early career academics who are critical for human progress are increasingly choosing other career paths, forcing subpar living standards into academia. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. We're in a very unique situation right now. The problem is only being highlighted more and more. Think about it. That's how it's pronounced. Well, I hate it. I hate it, X. The moon charts, let's go, C90. Let's go. I absolutely hate to see it. No, that's not what I meant to say. That's just what I had in my brain. It's so cold right now. What was I going to say? Oh, it's the use case for DeSci. If you go around looking at everything, decentralized science is supposed to be the resource allocation vehicle to get money into the hands of people who need it the most to advance humanity forward through research and development, whether that's biotech, whether that's healthcare, whether that's computer sciences, it doesn't matter what it is. Decentralized science is here to try and do proper resource allocation and provide equity and ownership back into what is created. The value proposition that's here within DeSci is that you can provide a resource, either time, knowledge, or funding, and you can get ownership or equity in the results of what comes from those allocations of resources that you were able to provide, IP, or through the tokenization of intellectual property. And so right now what we're seeing is there is no money to be made in research and development or in academia. Getting your PhD is going to cost you tons of money, and you probably won't come out of that debt cycle until you're in your 30s or 40s. 30s if you're lucky, to be honest. And so at the end of the day, why would you do that to yourself when you can go out, learn to code something with artificial intelligence and make a ton of money? At this point, the only people who are doing that are the people who don't know any better, or are the people who are willing to sacrifice their life for the betterment of humanity. Decentralized science changes that. Decentralized science allows for people to actually monetarily benefit from the creation that happens here. And so I'm extensively excited for that alone. It's solving one of the main issues in academia and in research. I mean, for Christ's sakes, Nature articles are like Nature's releasing publications on the fact that they don't pay people enough to do research and development, to become smart. They don't pay people enough to actually advance humanity. Decentralized science can. So it's one of the most easy to understand and clear value propositions in the market. It just takes a few minutes to kind of wrap your head around how it works and what it's actually targeting, because most people are not going out and trying to get their PhDs. Most people are not trying to research. Most people are not trying to advance humanity forward. They're just trying to survive right now. And so it takes a minute to wrap your head around it and shift your perspective into it. But if you are able to do that, you can see the grand vision, and it becomes a lot easier to hang on and join into the movement. Now we have Patrick Joyce here saying he's excited for Research Hub to team to keep challenging our inner... Oh my God. Patrick Joyce said, excited for the Research Hub team to keep channeling our inner Adam Draper and continue to short academia. So Research Hub, they just announced that they've secured an additional $2 million investment from Boost VC. Boost VC, you guys know about. They've already invested in Research Hub. They invested in Coinbase. They invested in Etherscan. They invested in, I think, OpenSea. They invested, I could be making that one up. They invested in Poseidon DAO. We know that one. We're excited about that one. And they've already invested in Research Hub, but they're investing even more into Research Hub. Understanding the thesis that Adam Draper has, that is short DeSci, or short academia, long DeSci. Let me go to live chat. I don't see anything else. Ah, there it is. Yeah, the other comment was censored for sure. STAI pens, stay pens, stipends. There we go. Yeah, it automatically defaults to top chat, not live chat. Okay, so the key here, again, focus on projects that are actually making advancements and pushing things forward, one of which is Rejuve. Now, I barely talk about Rejuve, but you guys know I'm pretty bullish on Rejuve. It's just that they're not really doing a good job at getting in the limelight and drawing in a ton of attention. However, the same person who started AGI... No, not AGI. Goddamn, my brain. I've been so focused on other stuff. The same person who started SingularityNet is the person who is running Rejuve right now. And they are making massive advancements in artificial intelligence within DeSci. They've been doing this since before it was ever even cool to be working with artificial intelligence. And so this I can't see because it's a little bit blurry, but I just wanted to highlight that Rejuve is continuing to push things forward, even if not a lot of people are paying much attention to them. It could be a good cook. I mean, look at this. We got bots coming in with shilling Mudo Hub for DeSci underneath posts about Rejuve. So exciting to see Rejuve recognized alongside other innovators pushing the boundaries of decentralized healthcare. So AI in healthcare is super crazy impactful. Another AI project in decentralized science is Opmentis. Not making a ton of noise, but continuing to build. So Opmentis, they just announced a new series of features. Get ready for a wave of excitement with these upcoming features and partnerships. Mentis Voice, the AI podcast creator, is close to launch. Progress status 81%. I wonder where they get that progress status. They have Octo Signals working on improvements, community bot, ETH Signals, beyond boundaries, adding more DeSci labs and partnerships. We're not just growing, we're innovating. I love a good AI written post. I think they had just announced, welcome to the marketplace. Discover the future of AI with the new AI marketplace. Unleash creativity and innovation with custom AI solutions at your fingertips. So they are right about to launch new feature sets for AI within DeSci. It's pretty cool. I think they're actually working pretty aggressively to move things forward, and I don't think the token is doing really well at all. Yeah, token's not doing well at all. They are chilling at a $380,000 market cap, if this is the correct one. I might have to go to... That was the correct one. So it has basically died out on the chart, but you're seeing that they're continuing to push forward. What is the main thing from this live stream that I want to drive in everyone's head? Build, baby, build. Build, build, build. You want to look for projects that are building. At the time in which everyone just seems to be hyper fixated on getting scammed in meme coins, you want to root yourself in fundamentally sound companies and projects within the crypto landscape. I don't care what sector it's in. You just want to make sure that they're actually doing something so that when the house of cards inevitably falls, your project, your company does not go bankrupt. They do not leave. They do not just die out and never return. I can sit here comfortably down 80 to 90% in a position within decentralized science because I know for a fact that the project is still building and eventually the attention and the money will flow back into that project. I can't hold meme coins down that much despite almost all of them going down that much. Meme coins are a zero-sum game. DeSci is not. So make sure that you have an overwhelming majority. Honestly, at this point in the cycle, make sure you have 100% of your portfolio in projects that you would be able to sit and explain to me why you're holding it. If there's not a reason why you're holding it, you're literally setting yourself up for failure. So that's super important. Balance of DeSci and real world assets is the way. Bullish, Javier. Bullish. I love it. I was in AUS during COVID. They'd shut the entire Western Australia for one case. Yeah, that's just a special kind of stupid. Stephen L. says possibility of Doge dividend. I would put the possibility of a Doge dividend right now at around 15%. I think it's a cool idea and I'd love to see it, but I don't see how it's actually going to play out right now, especially knowing that they're really focused on quantitative tightening right now. Maybe the stimulus might happen next tax season. I could see that being a possibility after they've made all that savings and made all that money. So that would be pretty interesting to see if it actually happened. But who knows? Honestly, Elon, Doge, and Trump have really surprised me continuously. Doge dividend. For anyone who is not aware, up at to 30%. Damn. For anyone who is not aware, 2 hours ago, just announced, Good Wednesday, President Trump and Elon Musk proposed $5,000 Doge dividend checks for all Americans, funded by savings from the Department of Government Efficiency refund. By the way, no more money for Ukraine. So maybe it is higher than 10%. 4 hours ago, Elon Musk just said Doge is considering sending $5,000 refund checks to U.S. taxpayers. This plan would send 79 million households, a total of $400 billion, which is 20% of Doge's projected savings by 2026. I think they need to make those savings first before they can just send it back to everyone. So we'll see if it comes this tax season or next tax season. It is already tax season though, so it probably won't be happening right now. Although if it did, you can rest peacefully knowing that this would no longer be in a dramatic downtrend. This would rip. This would absolutely rip. If everyone got $5,000, this would go just straight up. majority of that money would find its way back into the crypto markets, just like it did during the stimulus checks last time during COVID. Most of that money, all of the additional spending in the consumers' pockets, most of the money that was given out just went straight back into the market. The velocity of money is extremely low right now. Let's see. The velocity of money for M2 right now is extremely low. It's kind of peaking out here at what it was before COVID, so it's barely actually gotten to rebound at all. It's at a 1.4 right now, which means a dollar moves hands 1.4 times before it gets put in the market, before it gets invested in the market. That is an extremely low velocity of money. The dollar barely gets spent in the economy before someone invests it. Personal savings rates right now are at lows that we haven't seen since right before the 2008 crisis, but started happening in 2005. So this can last a very long time. But this is the kind of stuff that Michael Burry kind of saw last cycle, last cycle in the business cycle, but last cycle before everything started collapsing is personal savings this low. You saw what the stimulus checks did. They just put money in everyone's pocket, and then they just immediately spent it over the coming years. But this period was the froth in the crypto market. So if everyone just got $5,000 again, it'd be pretty nice to see that personal savings skyrocket. Also, nobody could spend any of that money because everything was closed. But whoa, just made it. Yeti, we haven't seen you here in quite some time. You got here just in time for me to close out of the live stream. Don't forget to book your flights. Everyone else is now booked except for you. LOL. LOL. I am down. Don't forget to give me updates, Yeti. Respond to me. Time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully, this was worth investing it into. I think it was. We covered quite a bit of things today, and so hopefully you guys are rooted in your understanding of how to succeed in this current market. You just need to build, baby, build. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Peace.